So Donald Trump just finished up his rally in New Jersey today, and it was a total disaster, a massive failure, a huge miscalculation by the Trump campaign. You know, he went up on that stage and did his usual thing, but these rallies have now become a huge liability for Trump and his campaign because he spreads these lies, spreads these conspiracy theories, and that's not convincing anybody. That's not getting anybody to his side that's not already there. And quite frankly, all he's doing is cutting campaign ads for the Democrats when he says these insane things. So just really, really crazy stuff. We're going to take a look at some of these notable clips from Donald Trump's rally today and talk about them a little bit. But before I do so, make sure to subscribe down below. It goes such a long way. I greatly appreciate it. And here's the first clip of Donald Trump from that rally praising Hannibal Lecter.
Silence of the Lambs. Has anyone ever seen a Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner. Remember the last scene? Excuse me, I'm about to have a friend for dinner. As this poor doctor walked by. I'm about to have a friend for dinner, but Hannibal Lecter. Congratulations, the late, great Hannibal Lecter. We have people.
What? The late, great Hannibal Lecter? Does he think that Hannibal Lecter from the movie Silence of the Lambs actually existed and he was a person who has now died and he was great for being a cannibal? I mean, what is he saying? Look, there is nobody out there that truly believes this guy is sane. This is not somebody who's all there. He is clearly losing it a little bit. He has been rapidly declining for a while now. He is obviously not fit to serve. He's complimenting fictional characters here, folks. He's falling asleep in court. He's stumbling over his words. This is not somebody who should be occupying the office of the presidency, especially when he's praising people like Hannibal Lecter. Like, look, you have Donald Trump at his rallies saying stuff like this, just this utter nonsense that you might be hearing from a crazy family member at Thanksgiving, right? And then you have Joe Biden on the other side, who's like investing in infrastructure and lowering healthcare costs. The obvious choice is to go with Joe Biden. I mean, why is this even a conversation when I hear stuff like this and I hear the media trying to say, oh, well, Joe Biden is old. Please, spare me. Spare me the nonsense. Spare me the nonsense. Joe Biden's actually getting stuff done, and Donald Trump is the old guy talking about Hannibal Lecter as if he was a real person. I mean, the comparison is not even there. Joe Biden is a significantly better person, better candidate, and better leader than Donald Trump could ever dream of being. And he's talking about Hannibal Lecter. And this is also something that is a consistent theme at the Trump rallies and his campaign as a whole. If you're ever wondering what Trump's campaign is like and what his rallies are like, he's never talking about solving issues. He's never talking about solutions. He's never talking about making people's lives better or making the world better. Instead, he's talking about conspiracy theories about the 2020 election, how the FBI is so mean to him, and now Hannibal Lecter. Add it to his repertoire of nonsense. So I can assure you that Joe Biden will never be praising cannibals, real or fictional, at his rallies anytime soon. No need to worry about that. With Donald Trump, well, it's up in the air now. It's something that I hadn't previously considered, but now we have to. Crazy. Now, the second clip I want to show you is Donald Trump talking about, once again, his foreign policy and how he'll let Russia invade our allies if he wins again in 2024. So just take a look at the clip.
And one of them stood up and said, sir, do you mean to tell me that if I'm attacked in this very big country, if I'm attacked as a country by Russia, you will not defend me? I say, are you delinquent? He said, well, let's say I was. I said, if you're delinquent, I would not protect you.
Yeah, this is like the third or fourth time now that Donald Trump has endorsed this policy of, let's just say hypothetically, a NATO country doesn't chip in enough or doesn't pay their full due for the year. If Donald Trump is president and they don't do that, he will let Russia invade them. Matter of fact, he's previously said that he would encourage them to do so. He would let them invade our allies, which is obviously terrible policy because, one, even if a NATO ally hasn't paid their dues, which they absolutely should, but even if they haven't, they deserve our defense. They're an ally of ours. Sometimes world peace is more important and valuable than some money that they'd be putting into NATO. That's the first thing. The second thing is this is a gift to Putin. I mean, what he's saying right here is the downfall of NATO and just allowing Russia to do whatever they want. Just go ahead, take, whatever country you'd like. Go ahead, take Ukraine, take Poland, take Lithuania, whatever NATO country you'd like to take. Go ahead, Putin and Russia. Go for it. And the United States will not step in. That is exactly what Donald Trump is saying here. And by the way, I mean, let's just be clear here. This is obviously a crazy statement, but even if a country had contributed everything that they promised or are required to do, Donald Trump would still not help them if they're invaded. So if Poland gets invaded, or Germany, or France, Great Britain, whatever it might be by Russia, he won't help them regardless. He will not live up to our word as a NATO nation to support a country if they are attacked in the event of an offensive against them. So this is his foreign policy. Just let our allies get attacked, allow Russia to become stronger, and maybe he makes some money on the side. Who knows? Insanity. This is coming from a United States presidential candidate, a former president as well, someone who's encouraging an enemy of ours, who has a dictator at their helm, to invade allies who have been good to us, who we're allies with, and who we're in constant contact with. And this is what I mean when I say these rallies have become a liability, because any logical, common sense American who's looking at this stuff is saying, yeah, obviously we should be supporting our allies. World peace is incredibly important. Making sure that innocent people are not getting killed by Putin is a good thing, but not according to Donald Trump. I mean, it's just so crazy. But look, the final clip I want to show you is actually not of Donald Trump speaking. It's of his own supporters leaving his rally while he was talking. A very embarrassing moment for Trump and his campaign. So take a look at that clip here.
A tender-hearted woman's song for half-frozen snake. His pretty-colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she sighed.
Yeah, that's a lot of people to be leaving his rally while he's still speaking. He's still on that stage doing his song and dance, and they are out of there. These are diehard MAGA Republicans who are sick of him and like, yep, I can't do it anymore. I'm out. I'm leaving. And these are people who have camped for days to get a spot at his rally. Some of them are now reportedly wearing diapers at his rally. It's unfortunately a true story. I checked. And they're leaving. They're heading out. You know, they say never meet your heroes. Now, except if your hero is like Joe Biden or Barack Obama, you should meet them. If your hero is Donald Trump and you want to go to his rally, don't, because you'll be severely disappointed with how uninspiring and unenthusiastic he is. Craziness. But I just had to show you that because, wow, a lot of people leaving before Donald Trump had ended his rally. So anyway, just nonsense as per usual from a Trump rally. Just had to talk about it because it's just so crazy. So anyway, I'll end the video there. Make sure to subscribe down below. It goes such a long way. I greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about all of this stuff, or if there's anything that caught your ear. And of course, share the video with anybody you think needs to see it. And as always, I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.